there's no way I would let him in. I don't care if I'm head over heels and stuck on stupid on someone. I would not have a kid. I would do like I even said that's even recovery. The hardships of having kids like would break someone, and I ain't trusting someone else to not break me, which would break my kids. I already have enough of that going on, and one BD is enough for me. But literally, Allie was like, next month I'm gonna not take my Depo shot. He's been going inside of me, and I'm gonna try to get pregnant. While you're in the sober living, like, hello, that's like a little obvious. Like, I have the IUD, so I was like, I ain't worried about that.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's weird. Crazy. They should be, but she'll be back, I promise you, because of Sarah, and she'll cry because she cried. I said, I ain't crying because of you guys. I'm worried because I know what's out there, and you guys are so ignorant and in Agora Hills and bougie that you forgot that you're sending me to a city that wants my soul and already has a piece of it. But go ahead. I said, because I'll beat it, and I won't need Graceland to sit there and put a gold star next to it. I promise you that. And the only person of people there that I won't dog. There are good people in the program. I don't want to bring their name up because I don't know if they want to be brought up, but like, because they are cool. But Jose and Zach, the only real ones at that panel. And Ryan's cool, but the rest, all they do is sit there and to say working on this program, surrender, higher power, grace. It's like, that's so embarrassing because as someone who's not even graceful, my name is Brutal Britt for a reason. The fact that I walked out and stood 10 toes by myself, still here in an apartment by myself, they can dox my address. Okay, and I could go back to Graceland and I can go to all their work. I don't care because, my story won't be based off of their disgrace. My testimony will be the test that I went against all odds and didn't need their clout. I didn't need Pat's little band. I didn't need Nick's little tap the screen, guys, tap, tap. I don't need that. I have me, and that's all I need, which shows everyone that's really all you need. Yeah, programs can make you, but sometimes they can break you.
Was Evan, was he around much, or, what was Evan like? Did you get to know him at all?
I don't know Evan. Anthony's cool, but they got rid of him because he was like me. Like, okay, you want to do the program? Like, literally, he was on a... It's so stupid. This shows how dumb. I'm like, how is this recovery based? But he got on a program where he'd have to write words if he crop dusted anybody. Like, how is that a behavior? Like, that's crazy. Like, Nick has a 6-inch program. He has to stay 6 inch and can't hug any people. Like, hello. Like, why is have I had, I don't bend over at like the girls walking out braless. And then they try to be like, you can't wear crop tops. I said, it's Sarah's face, but I have to, so go ahead and look at me. I said, say it out loud. Her face bothered me. Like, it really did. It's one of those faces that just irked me. I don't want to wake up.
I'm going to tell you, after you came in here tonight, when Graceland went live, none of their comments was supportive of them tonight. It was when Sarah got on that camera, everybody fucking went for Sarah, and she even had to wear a fucking mask.
I even told them I laughed. My ego, I was like, oh, I said, you guys done messed up. I said, especially because Sarah was laughing. And that's when I said, welcome to LA County. I said, keep smiling. And I said, they're going to have a field day with you. I said, because if I don't like you, I said, the internet is way more brutal than me. I said, they got time on their hands and thumbs to type. And I said, you're going to crash out and be wearing extra makeup tomorrow, ladies.
Sarah's not safe in the TikTok streets right now. I'm just going to...
I said, I don't even have to, because when she kept messing with me in there, I said, oh, wait till I get my phone. I said, she wants to just bombard me. I said, I made a joke. I said, I ain't stopping till she's at 3 times a day with meds. I don't care. I said, you want to pick on someone that's already hurting? That's cute. That's your sport? I said, well, I don't play sports. I watch people crash out and lose the game, and that's what... So go ahead. I said, I don't have to do it. What she is bringing it to her, and she doesn't even know because she's such a dodo bop. Like, I don't care. Like, she could never beat me on my worst day. I could be strung out, withdrawing, and I'd still walk past her and she'd cry. Like, I don't care. Like, can't she go fix herself? Because I'm not focused on Sarah. The fact she's focused on me makes me hold my head up like, that's me. Like, she's so bothered, like, oh, I came in hot because you were kicking me out for something you all wrote 50K words, but I got to go over 50 miles back. That's what I said. I said, you know, a lot of the people, they didn't realize that they were like, the recovery community was backing me up. I said, good luck, good luck.
Did you go to Found, the IOP?
No, because I heard of people using theirs. They were like getting stuff in the bathroom and snorting it. Like, I was like, I'm good.
Oh, Lord. Damn.
Wait a
Did
minute.
you ever tell
What?
them? Oh, go ahead, Blue.
Was hoping just to get a little clarification on that. So the residents were going to the IOP and then allegedly
Yeah, one of
using
their,
her?
because they had to write cop list. And
Can you explain what that is?
so pretty much, if you did something wrong or if you leave, you got to come back and write everything you did wrong and like tell on yourself. And some of it's funny, but like, I'm not going to say the name because the guy's cool, but he admitted like to finding pills in the bathroom and snorting it.
Wow. And did you ever tell them that like you needed like a therapist or anything like that you wanted to get like mental health help? Like, did you ever like tell them that?
Yeah, but see, when you're on Reflections, which it's me, Nick, Allie, all the same people, and you can't talk. If you talk, you get another $100K. But then if everyone's out and you need to, you can only say tour related. And then if one person gets in trouble, the phone's locked up. Then if the phone's locked up and you don't call your sponsor, that's worse. And then I haven't been able to call my grandparents in weeks. I made one phone call since being there, and literally it's insane. I was like, this makes me go haywire. I don't even know. I was like, I can't even think straight.
You weren't allowed to call your family for how long?
I've made 2 calls since being there. Literally 2 for 3 weeks.
Was it because you were on
that
Reflections?
Yeah.
Well, Reflections, then if the phone's locked up, then if there's nobody, then if someone's down, then there's people going down there. When Nick crashes out, they do a little like head meeting downstairs, and then all of a sudden he gets a pat on the back and a sweater, and he's like, I met her, guys. Like, it's just like, holy, I was sitting there and I was like, I'm crazy. Trust me, like, I am crazy. I admit that. I come from crazy. But I was like, this is a whole nother level weird that I didn't even know existed, which made me feel bad about myself. I said, you know what? Maybe I'm not at the bottom of the barrel. Like, because if this rich area, if this is how rich people, then I'll be poor, but with pride, I'll be happy.
What do you mean by the phone's locked up?
Like the house phone, Britt?
Oh, that's another thing. They were going to, before Jack admitted he relapsed and we had to take tests, and then he popped for it, he came downstairs. Nick and Allie were on Reflections. I was the only one there, but me and Jack are on non-com. So basically, he cannot speak to me. I cannot speak to him. We don't exist. We do not, because he was being weird and following me, but I was detoxed. I didn't even know, but realize it. But whatever. So he walked downstairs and started yelling, which is sidebarring. You cannot talk unless it's venting that creates a solution, which is and then there's gray areas, which don't get me started on those. But literally, he came down, starts running his mouth, and Nick and Allie had already had so many words, and I'm tired of hearing them crash out about it. So I said, stop talking to them on Reflections. And I said, I'll get the words before they do because they're already taking too much. And then I'm glad I stuck up for them. I'm so happy now. But anyways, then he goes, and so if you go downstairs, it's 10K word on anybody thing. And I said, and he's like, I'm going to go downstairs, which we found out he was trying to get his Suboxone. Well, I said, don't go down there. There's not staff. And he's like, I don't care. And I said, and they're like, Brittany, it's non-com. And I said, well, clearly there needs to be communication because this idiot's going to leave and we get 10K words. I said, get up here. Well, because I broke non-com, even though I was holding the structure, they tried to hit me with 2.5K. I said, you got 2.5 seconds to take that off or I will leave because holding the structure. And because I said, it's just insane. And then every time someone mess up, anybody that talks, you get 2.5K. And then it's just like, I just sat there and I was like, it's insane. And I don't care. And to have me sign an NDA under the influence of what I did, that's crazy. Like, I don't even know. I have no idea.
Uphold.
It won't uphold in court if you were, if you were under the influence, if you have mental
And I
health.
signed consent for the cameras, so I can have them pull every footage to back up everything. There's not one lie. Trust me, I crashed out. I proudly called Service Dog Boy everything he is, and I said, he was a PUSSY because he was desperate to chase it, and I stopped shooting baskets where there's no hoops. Like, I don't care. And to literally, like I said, I don't care. I don't regret one thing besides walking through that door, but I don't even do it. I don't regret that because walking out, as much as I was broken and desperate walking in, I walked out for the first time sober, not even on MAT, nothing, just meds. And literally didn't even abuse my meds, which before I would have even done more of my psych meds or switched to Adderall. Like, I literally walked out that door in 3 weeks when there's people that have been there years and can't even, even have, that empathy for that they were so desperate for. They want to sit there like, I used to be this and this and this. And it's like, yeah, but, even one person was like, Jelly Roll's a sellout. I said, don't confuse selling out records with a sellout because that music is touching people that don't have money. Just because someone takes care of their family and earns money, I said, you'd rather be a sellout or broke because you don't want to impress other broke people that won't even help you. Like, it's just weird. Even Sarah was like, I don't want to be on TikTok Live. I'm not a sellout. Like, are you sure about that? Because you can't sell anything that's given for free. Like, I'm sorry, Goodwill. Like, no.
Did you come to Graceland with any medication? And if so, what happened to it? And were you giving it back when you left?
That's another thing with Service Boy. So I had gabapentin and hydroxyzine, which wasn't the combination I needed, but I couldn't take the Vyvanse or Addies. They wouldn't let me take Suboxone and all that, whatever. So I had to just stop that. And it took like a week for me to get my meds because I kept crashing out and they're like, get her meds. And what was it? Literally they took me to the pharmacy and that's when Service Boy was telling me all this stuff, telling me who Sarah was getting with, telling me who in the program that was street so they don't snitch and all this stuff, which I'm just listening. I'm like, first rule of thumb, you don't talk that much to someone new. You test them. You don't tell me everything on the test. Like, but I was letting him talk and telling me all this stuff. And then, but then he spent $20. And so after I called him the P word, I spelled it. I said it like 5 more times and called him the B word because he was upset that he was striking me for using the bathroom because I said, and he's like, there's 3 other bathrooms, but 2 are men's bathroom. I can't use it. And then I'm in the bathroom and I hear him talking out. And that's what I said, why are you being a little whatever? And then he's like, I paid for your meds. I said, you think $20 worth of meds get you a year full of cat? Go to the animal shelter for that if you're that desperate, but not me. And then I got targeted because all his people. Then the next thing I had is 10K words, and I said, I will sit here till graduation before I write that. I promise you that.
So was Aaron acting like just because he paid for your meds and shit that he's entitled to pussy?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. I said, you thought doing something for me meant I would do something for you. I said, wrong one. I said, that's either for your service dog or the service dog Sarah, not me.
I'm confused. Did you come into Graceland with meds?
Yes.
Yeah, but when I was out, like a couple days in, then I had to get more, which...
Got it.
But then that's when... But then he didn't buy them. Jose sent him the Cash App, but he gave me the... I don't know, but I was like, $20? I said, that might be Sarah's price, not mine. I don't sell them. I said, you might buy that, but I don't sell it. Sorry, wrong store. Go to Amazon. I don't know. But, like, it's crazy that that's being said to someone 3 days in and to sit there and be like, yeah... Like, and to tell me all Sarah's dirt, but then when they walk by, they hand them. And I'm like, I just couldn't stand it. I was like, and they're like, you're just letting everything get to you. I'm like, no, everything gets inside them and it's getting on my nerves because I don't want to be clicked up with that because it's like when you're hanging out with a bunch of people using, even if you're not, they're going to assume you're using, you know?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Britt, was it a staff member or other residents that would hand, like when you did get your meds, was it staff or other residents that would distribute it to you?
Well, no, then we had a med box, but like I can't, like when we go to the pharmacy, I can't grab it, but it's supposed to be confidential, but I knew everyone's meds. That's how I knew there was Suboxone there because I was like, I said, that's funny that I had to cold turkey after 5 years, but then because there's no medical staff and everything's just different. It's weird. I said, look, they can't
Is
do
it
that
locked?
but they'll have to pull the footage and they would never show their ass like that. I promise you. Tell them. Tell Mr. Hypercrush to do it. Learning to lose, like, yeah, you guys definitely are losing. I'll tell you that.
Is the med box locked?
Yeah, but whoever has the key can open it. And if you have your code, you just go in and get your meds in the thing. So if you want to take them all at once, you could.
But sometimes you have somebody with a key that is part.
That
It's
red
called like the
lightsaber account
GIC.
is gone.
Or, yeah, the GIC. Because all I would make the joke. I was like, I'm the only GIC, but I don't even know what that means.
So you have to go
Sarah's
to
account,
GIC.
Sarah's red lightsaber account is gone.
Of course
They
it is.
deleted
Because
it?
all my people are bombarding her like, go to the pop house. Idiot. I promise you, I said, don't mess with me. And they thought I was being it. I said, you guys are messing with, I said, the recovery community, you want to, I said, they know me and they know normally I'm unbothered, like to see me go through this, to know why I went in and everything I went in right before. I said, you guys are messing with the wrong one. You think Nick is your hero? I said, he doesn't even know how to put on a cape. Anyways.
So if you needed your medication and the person with the key, you couldn't find them, did you have to hold off on taking your medication?
Yeah, I even told them, I said, I need to be on a regular regimen. Like, okay, this is crazy. During the week, you have group at 8, and then you get off, and then it's med. But if someone's going and playing lollygog and hopscotch, like, then you wait. And I said, and then on the weekends, we don't start till 10:30. But I always, my internal alarm clock, when it's over, I wake up like before 7. And I said, I need my meds when I first wake up. Then I can get going. So waiting, and then if we have group, and like when Jack decided to lie and play Ring Around the Rosie with every type of lie, I didn't get him till 2 a.m. That's like, how do you expect me to function normal with a chemical imbalance, ADHD, depression, PTSD, all this stuff? They're like, I have ADHD too. That's the test. The reflection calms your anxiety. I said, this makes me want to deflect, not reflect. I'll tell you that.
So you
Hang
had
on, I
to
just wanna
wait until
interrupt 1
2 in the
sec.
morning.
Just because
Sorry.
there's someone in the comments giving out advice. Guys, I just want to tell you, Gabbies are addictive. You can get HIGH off of them. People do take them for that, and if you take them in excessive amounts. So anybody, please don't give out medical advice in the comments.
Yeah, they can't. Like when I was taking MAT and that at a 800 3 times a day, definitely. But now I'm at 300, the lowest dose. But even Sarah was like, oh yeah, that and baclofen, you can get the HIV. And I'm like, yeah, if you abuse them. But I'm like, hello, like I used to do that too. I've learned so many lessons where that way this time I said I came more for like community until I realized like the only unity they have is going inside of you. But like literally, like I used to go to the treatment and I'd get as many meds so I could like have that feeling in a prescribed way, but then I was still numb and I was not fixing my problem. This time I came and put all my problems on the table and then they're all picking it up like, this is wrong with you, this is wrong with you. And I'm like, do I need a vanity to show you that, hello, like, are you here? Like, cause you're just so amazing. Like, no, not even the people. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I go backwards to what we were talking about earlier the first time you were up? You mentioned that they wanted the fake name for the benefits. Do you mind talking about that more?
But that,
Like, what were they trying to do?
Yeah, well, that was Tarzana Treatment Center. That's like, they should be like twin sisters because they're just like, it's crazy. But they were trying to go on the government to Medi-Cal, and they were like, oh, it's sending the code to your phone. And I said, you didn't bring my phone and ID in another town in case I decide to dip. I said, I said, that's crazy. Then they're like, oh, just put it on Josh's email phone, and then we'll change it later. I said, no, your promises will mean nothing in a federal offense. I said, you may not understand. And she goes, if you don't want this, and I was like, oh, and then we went to the not EVT, something Medi-Cal office out there.
Medi-Cal, yeah.
Yeah, and then I go to the lady and I'm looking at her and I just said it straight up. I said, they want me to put it in his name, who is not related to me. He's in a program. So if he leaves, I said, so wouldn't that be lying on a government? And she looked at me and I gave her this eye look and she was like, no, absolutely not. I said, that's what I thought. Because I even tried to say, I said, I can decline detox. I was like, I know all my rights. Like, I might not be right in head, but I know my rights. And I was like, I can sign my rights. And then Madison's like, no, that we can't have you here. It's triggering to the other people, blah, blah, blah. Like, anyways. So then.
Who's telling you that? And is that something that they were saying like they've done with other residents?
Yeah, but not even for the Suboxone. I'm sorry, Matt, and the other stuff. There was no way. Even with what was it? But even like when I was at treatment, and they're like 5 days. I said absolutely not. I said because I have trauma there. I said why aren't you listening that this place traumatized me? It's like a hospital institutional setting. I said I will not make it 5 days. My first earliest, and then what was it? But then she's on the phone with Nick, and she's like. Sorry about that. I didn't know she'd be so mental. And I'm like, hello, cuckoo.
Madison
like,
was on the phone with Nick?
Yeah. And I was so mad. I was heated. I was so mad talking to Josh, poor guy. And I was in the car just roasting. I was like, what? Who says something when I'm on day one of detox? Of course I'm mental. If I wasn't mental, I probably wouldn't do any of the things I did that landed me in a place like this. Like, hello, connect the dots, play word search. I don't know.
So Madison specifically told you to put incorrect information on paperwork with regards to detoxification.
Cardana said it, and then Josh relayed it to Madison, and she said, yes, do that. And I said, absolutely not. I said, that's under my name. Are you going to take my charge? I didn't think so.
And what happened again at the EBT/Medi-Cal office? Who told you to put additional information that was incorrect on those forms potentially?
Wait, cut off. What did you guys say?
When you were at the Medi-Cal office, who specifically instructed you to put the incorrect information on the forms?
I'd have to look. I'd like to know because she was mean. Because she's like, you can't hit your device, and she's like, it's really blah blah blah. You got a scholarship, blah blah blah. And then she goes and takes a break. And I was like, And I was literally like, at least I was being honest. I said, without being able to inhale my little inhaler that's flavored, I said, absolutely not. I said, nope. I said, you're doing too much at once. That's like trying to stop a train at a speed bump. That's going to be a disaster.
Okay, so just to clarify, the Medi-Cal
But it wasn't
office.
them, but they said that, and then Madison said, yeah, go ahead. But
so Madison told you to okay that it was okay to do that? And then Josh relayed the information over to you and said it was from Madison that said that?
Yeah, but that's why Josh left a month before graduating, because he even said, this is a problem. Like, literally, Josh said something like, because Miss Hard Sarah said she wants to join the military, but she's scared of the pew-pews, and that he's something about a fear. And they said that's, like, they were laughing, and he goes, no, that's serious. Like, it's just like, it's crazy, and whatever, her, like I said, she wants to be so she can go F around and find out and get some character development because it's much needed. But literally, like, Josh, he's a quiet guy, but like, you could just tell, like, you could see it on the looks on people's faces that they're just like walking around with just like sad. And it's like, it's like to see Nick and Pat and them, they have all this light in them, but it's like, what purpose is your light if you're not trying to shine light into people that feel dark, you know?
Well, that must have made you feel pretty uncomfortable at the door.
It did. I was going crazy, and they kept telling me, they said, you know, if everyone's an a-hole, maybe you're the a-hole. I said, I am an a-hole, 2 a-holes. And I even said to Sarah, I said, I bully the bullies, and I'll do it for fun. And I said, wait till TikTok gets a hold of her. I said, they're going to see fraud that you don't even have to spell it, princess. They see it. Your little ha-ha laughing that I'm homeless because I won't ride myself for free rent. Nope. I don't care. I don't care. Like, and it's like, what is the fact that they're doing that is to go and use, you know what I mean? That's embarrassing. If I was a program director, if someone did that, I would literally get rid of them quicker than I got rid of Nick. Like, I'm sorry. That's crazy. And then they're more worried. Even Pat was mad. He's like, they're gonna be who wants to talk crap on Graceland. I said, who wants to kick out someone that's hopeless and homeless and that literally needs help? And so, yeah, I'm saying I'm sick and it's tiring. So why aren't you trying to help my sickness instead of pushing me out for that I'm sick? Even though, like him and before he was known as Graceland, he was on here because him and his wife like swing different ways. Like, don't forget, boo boo, like you ain't no princess or king of the world either, king of the jungle. Like Mufasa, stop.
Oh yeah, we know a lot about Mr. Patrick doesn't.
Yeah, they're
like
all like hyper crush. I'm like, what's that? I'm like, I don't care. Ooh, okay. Like, celebrities don't do nothing for me besides like maybe music, but like, I don't care. I don't even know what music. And good for you. You had success. How about you try to make other people successful than yourself? That would be success.
Pat had no six. The only person that knows about Hyper Crush is Pat. Pat is the furthest thing from a celebrity.
Oh yeah, you know how they say how the funniest person someone knows, like Pat's biggest fan is himself.
100%, absolutely.
And Nick only wants that fame Pat does. He doesn't look up to him. He just knows if he is a good boy and writes the words, then he gets it. Like you ain't gonna get any respect. You can be famous, but be like an Ash Trevino famous. Like you ain't nothing. Like everyone's laughing at you, not with you. Like, why in a recovery community do you have me wearing shorts that say sober something, and then you have a little thing for a pen that says accept this? Like, that's like crazy.
What do you mean, accept this?
I have the shorts with me. I'll go live when mine got bananaed, probably because they bombarded, I was telling the truth, or because I forgot I was like used to crashing out on there, so I was saying words, but I was like, I don't care. But literally, there's like Veronica's workout shorts that he had me wear, which is the one that made Sarah crash out. And I said, if you don't like how God made my body, then go take that to your higher power. That's not my problem, Miss Hippie. But literally, there's shorts that say like sober something, and then there's a thing to put your pen or your Nick device, and it says accept this. And I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? That's a great recovery related. I love that.
Hey,
like,
Britt, what do you mean he made you wear them?
Like
well, he was promoting. He was like, "Oh, wear this." I probably have like 30 things from them, and he's like, "Wear this," because it's the learning to lose and some workout thing for Veronica. But the workout shirts say "accept this," and it's for a pen. And he turns around and does a little puff little thing, and I was like, "Oh, okay, got it, whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, I would love that, but yeah, moderation is like doesn't exist. Just how consideration doesn't exist there."
It's crazy.
Yeah. And literally, like I said, the attention for you to be like, you seek validation. Like, actually, I just was seeking whatever. I can't say it, but that it wasn't validating nothing except the fact that don't hate the player, hit the game. Like, I'm telling you, I guarantee you, Nick will crash out. Promise. It's his birthday in 2 days. Watch. Pay attention. And if not, that house will be on lockdown, and then I guarantee they're going to do a double scrub because of the relapse. So good luck. Have fun.
Oh, Nick's 100% going to crash out because Mariah now knows the truth. And,
well, that's what I told them. I said, well, you think you're funny? I said, you forgot that your little Monopoly pieces you want to play? I said, I'll link with Mariah and make TikToks. Watch.
Oh, she's been in here all night. She knows what's up. I had messaged her before we went live too.
Yeah, and he was saying today, he goes, yeah, I'm done with her. I blocked her. I only keep her to keep my phone on. He goes, what did he say? He said, oh yeah, she was sending me like sleeping with other dudes and sending me pictures. And then he was telling me today, he was like, oh, me and her used to make $600 to $800 a night. He's like, but with you, I'm telling you, we could make so much.
That's not true.
I had to take care of her. He showed me that she sent him like $768 and that he sent her over 11,000. And he's like,
Yeah.
look at the difference.
Britt, the reason that he had sent her money and more money is because he didn't have a card. So every time he had money, he had to send it to her for her to be able to take it out. He wasn't sending her money. He took all the money.
Oh, that makes sense. That's what makes sense. That's why, like I said, you know how they're like, what, 2 + 2 is 4. Then what the heck? I said this. If it don't make sense, then something needs to change. Because hello, like he would lie. Just how I let him use one of my vapes, and then he said he left it at work. But then there was a strike on the board for leaving a vape in the bed. I said, oh, I started clocking it, and that's why I didn't have my like. I was whatever. Like in the moment, I was like, what am I gonna do? But it's like, not you. Bye. And I said, watch. I said, I won't dox you, which Madison did herself because she wanted to follow me. That's your fault. Like, okay. But that was, but that's up against them and their little higher power that makes them like delusional about the fact that they are high by the hour. But anyways, literally, I said, okay, you want to I told him, I tried to warn them. I said, the one thing I won't like just lie, but I will tell the truth. And I said, don't forget when you said that. And even he told me, he's like, oh, but I know you, like, you're like who you are and like how you look and all this stuff. He's like, I know that we would make so much bank, and tell me how all this stuff about my looks and stuff and all this stuff. And he was saying how much money we could make, not only from Twitter to the only thing and TikTok, and that the algorithm would go crazy, that TikTok would lose their mind, that it would be like a big
Britt has
F
been
you
doing
to
it for
bracelet.
years. He really wasn't making much money off it. That's the thing. If he was making that much money off it,
That's what I said. I said, why am I buying you food with my EBT? What the heck?
He
That's
was,
not make
he was
sense.
having a hard time even getting $10 at the end for videos, like begging for even $10 videos that he would
he
put
would
up.
get online and say, I'm not going to take less than $200. I need $200 for a video today. And by an hour later, he's like, I'll do a video for $10.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like even like he had a sugar daddy for a little bit, and I think he got cut off a little bit. And it even sounds like at the time when he was sending him money, it was going to Mariah because the sugar daddy didn't trust Nick with the cash.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there was something that wasn't clicking, and like I knew, and that's why I said that. So my eggs weren't in his baskets. I was just holding my eggs and was like, hey, whether you like these eggs or not, I still have my eggs, you know?
Britt,
Yeah, he's just a pathological liar, though.
I mean, and if he's so like whatever, Mr. Good Person, like I don't care. I even told them I'll blast you. Don't have to blast me on the internet. I'll do it myself. That's what I'm known for. Hello, like in the Memphis. Hello, like literally when we went to Rouse and did what we did. Since I have the ID, he did not pull out. So Mr. like bullet perfect, like he was all about it. He was like literally after like fucking. Like, I hope that was good as far as me, and I'm so in love with you, and you're all I think about. Like, I only think of myself right now. Get away.
oh, Britt,
Hello.
hello.
And I saw his face because I said, hello, not your grandma's tea, and he walked away, and I was, like, laughing because I was like, I said, you don't get it. You guys turn on me. Do you think they bombard you now? I said, ha. I said that you guys, and I even tried to say, I said, you guys don't even realize what you're doing. I said, good luck. And when Matt is like, come back in 2 weeks. I said, in 2 weeks, remind me to tell you to F off. That's how about that? Put it in your notes. Put in Siri, set my calendar to tell Madison to F off.
Hey, Britt, did you notice how did Madison treat the residents when she would come around?
She treats them like dog. Like she literally, you might as well just go in and like spit in their face and call them like a junkie. They're literally like, it's like, did you forget who you were or something? Like that's
Hello?
cute. They all think like I can't believe that. Like one thing is even when I'm like, it's like being poor or something. Like no matter what, like don't get so rich that you forgot how much $1 can be worth. You know, I hate people like that.
Yeah.
I said, go ahead, hit me with a lawsuit because you know what? They won't want it. They won't because you know the truth, because that would be public records. And I said, I don't need anybody. They'll have everyone shaking put with the manila folders, like putting on an act like I don't care. I'll say, and okay, Hyper Crush, Bob, Sarah, Madison, who literally I have on video, we'll get you a hotel. Like, okay. And then you send me, and I said, I told the Uber driver, type in that code, get me back in. And then they're like, go out there and wait. I said, no. I said, who are you? I'm sorry, I can't remember you.
Yeah, your life cut
Because you
out
are the
as you were
person I
telling him the
thought you were.
code.
Yeah, I probably typed it in because that's how much everyone talks. And then my mind, I have a thing, and I remember saying, oh, that must be Patrick's dad's birthday, and then they said something else, and then they said it was carved into the cement. So I said, okay, they don't realize like trauma responses and how an addict, all this stuff. I said, you guys talk too much. That's your problem. Maybe if they put other things in their mouth like Sarah, then they wouldn't talk so much, and I wouldn't know so much. Like,
See,
I'm sorry.
there it is. There it is. When you had your initial intake done, who took possession of your medications, and how intense was the search process?
It was Zach, Allie, and then I know Jose came and asked when I last did, which I told him, and then they tried to give me 3 Benadryl and 3 melatonin, which I dropped a couple on purpose because I was like, I didn't want to sleep. I don't know. Zach stayed up with me, and like I said, he's cool. They did find like I had brought the MAT stuff, but I thought I would like wean off, so they threw that away. Then they found like the Cali sober type stuff, which I couldn't find. So I was like, but it wasn't like it. Like I was trying to tell them where hiding spots were. I didn't care. Like I was like, oh, then if you ever this and this, like I was just like, but then they brought Sarah down to look at my test, which went and told everyone. They're like, the girl that came before you popped for everything. Like, oh, that's cute. I said, that isn't, and I said something like HIPAA. They're like, there's none of that here. I said, I see a hippopotamus. Like,
did they search your person? So they searched you specifically?
Yeah, well, they strip searched me, but not how they like.
They did.
I even thought to myself where I was like, man, I could have snuck something in so bad. Like I thought, but they took like the socks, but then I had my bodysuit on and they didn't take it off. And I was like, man, I could have put like 10 subs or something.
Who was there when that happened? Was it
just Allie?
Okay.
It was in the bathroom, and then I did the urine test, but I had the bodysuit, and she's like, oh no, but that's what I mean. I was like, I could have literally put it in my straps, like all my my junkie mind. I was like, oh man, I could have.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And who did Jack
sorry you went through that
the other night? Do you know?
No, I think it was because I called him out because he tried to say he took them all, and I said, and I was like doing the math, and I said, no, you don't get prescribed 30 at a time, and then you're taking more than once a day. I said you would get the 90s, and then he's like, well, yeah, and then I said, I'm the one that said stuff, and then that's when I got struck like for 1.2K words for speaking out of turn. I said, well, if you guys would put stuff in order, I wouldn't have to say. I was like, I have ADHD. If I don't say it, I'll forget. Gosh.
And do you know who did his strip search the other night?
No, I have no idea. But I even told them where I said, look in his jacket. I said, didn't you say your cane has an opening? Like all
so he was hiding it in his cane apparently.
Because he not only had the MAT, he also had, you're not supposed to pre-write words or that's like a huge strike. Yeah. And he had 8K, and I was like, pass them to me at least for my like time having to deal with this guy. And then and I was mad that the internet was like, Britt, Jack. Like I was like, you know what? That's like offensive. Like no offense, but every offense. Like every offense, no. And
sorry about that.
Literally, he was asking people to kill a bee in the house. And I said, am I in an all-female place? Because a bee, like, if you want to beat addiction, you better hit that bee. Oh, gosh.
Jack Gross.
Yeah, and then what was the other thing? Oh, and then he had an Apple Watch, an iPad, a phone, which are all breaking huge rules. But he didn't get kicked out. He got grace. Oh, that's cute.
Well, that's because they thought he had cancer.
Yeah, and that's what I said, you cannot get diagnosed without them sampling it, to determining it benign or cancerous, and then recommend it. I said, do you have that? And then he said, well, I just didn't want people to suspect my using. And he said, I used to do BLOW because I couldn't get off the couch. I said, yeah, trust me, all of us. Hello. I said, I'd build a couch if I did it. Like, come on. Like, he was so in denial. Like, I'm not an addict. It just makes me smarter. I said, yeah, it's like Ozempic, but cheaper. That's what, like, oh, come on.
So when you were there, how often did they have random UAs?
Just once since I've been there. Only because he was nodding out, and I kept saying, that's suspicious, that's weird.
Oh, hang
and I
on.
said, hello.
So you spotted that, not Madison.
Get it.
Oh, no, nobody believes me. Everyone thinks I'm just running my mouth.
Madison had a party.
Even the guy Shane there stuck up. Everyone was like, Brittany was right. And I said, oh, yeah, it's almost like I've been wrong so many times. I can tell when, like, I said, I don't want to be right. I'm just saying, like, that, like, I know the difference between knocking out and nodding out. And the fact that they don't is that it's embarrassing. I said,
Britt, who did you tell when you noticed it?
well, I said it like to the newcomer and stuff. And I remember saying stuff, but then they were like, no, like he's just, and even when he was throwing up and he's like, I'm sick. And it was right after being on non-com. And I was like, that gave me the biggest ick. I said, dude, I ain't that special. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. I said, I could have played you like a puppet and put you into a detox. Leave me alone. Like, literally.
I've got another question. There was another lady, Cheryl, in the house. When did she leave?
Oh, she left because literally with me and her, like they did it. And this is how mean that little bop Sarah is. Cheryl's almost 60. And this is how inspiring this little princess is. She told her another old lady came in. She was almost 40 and she didn't make it either. Like, excuse me, didn't you have to come back, Miss Graduate? You must have not worn that cap and gown because you look pretty dumb to me.
So when did
Like,
Cheryl leave then?
Probably 2 weeks in because they were so mean to her. And I had to yell at them for her. I literally yelled at them in front of Madison and Jose. And I said, why are you treating a newcomer who's the first time in treatment? I said, that is such a vulnerable place. I said, you're a disgrace. I said, you disgust me.
So she would have left just after Pat was playing Resident, yeah?
Yeah, I think she left like a week ago, honestly. And then I saw her at an AA meeting and she looked like me right now. She looked refreshed. I was like, damn, I miss that. I said, this house takes your soul.
Well, it's good to hear that those that have left are doing well. That's
oh yeah, everyone that leaves, they dog them and that they point the finger, but they can never take a look in that mirror and sit there like, it's like like I said, it's like I might yell at someone. I know my delivery is wrong, but I'm sorry. Like, you order pizza, I'm going to give you pizza. Like, I match energy. And Sarah, they're like, even Nick was like, Sarah's a monster. And I said, okay, like, not the type of monster she would. Like, she is a monster, but not a scary one. I said, and her little faces she make. I said, stop making that ugly face when you look at me. Like, I said, and I said, that's not my. Like, it's weird that all that is considered structure. I said, the thing about structure is one thing wrong will make the whole tower gone. But they don't know that. I said, Google it. I know they're not smart, but they have a smartphone. Like, do something.
Did they get you set up with EBT?
No, I already had that. But then they were trying. They haven't set me up with nothing but like regret.
Fair point.
Literally, everything I came in with, I had my meds, had not a therapist, not a Zoom call, not my. I called my grandparents one, my sponsor once, and my friend once. Other than that, oh, you can't because, like I said, if someone messes up, well, now the phone's locked down. I said, but then you get struck if you don't use the phone, and then if you get up and go to the bathroom and leave your stuff, strike for leaving your stuff. But if no one's in there to watch it, or if nobody hears you say it, it doesn't matter. You can't fight the strike because that's 1K words. I'm like, you know what? These words make me want to say a whole lot of words that will make them have to write words by the time I'm done. It's crazy. And when the graduates are like, yeah, I'm human. And after a while, I just said, F it, I'll write 50K words to F her. And then I'm thinking that's like, okay, I'll write 50K words, whatever. I'm already going to be on Reflections the rest of my life, but with all these haters. But then literally when they're like, we're kicking you out, I'm like, you're just kicking yourself down. Trust me. I said, because when I walk out those doors, that hate that makes you crash out, you better tap into your brakes and put down the clutch and get ready for a ride. Because I said, you know what? A lot of people had not hope in the program, but me. And I said, the fact that I haven't said one bad thing, but then you're doing this because of something you're all are doing. I said, go ahead, go take that up with your higher power.
You mentioned the director of operations, Madison, and I'm going to paraphrase here. When you were asked how she was treating the residents, it was like she was spitting on them. Can you just give like an example of something that you just thought was
even how
wrong?
it crashed me out because I was in that Tarzana worried because I even said, this place right outside to the left, the payphone, there's a dealer waiting. And I said, that's too long. I said, and in the city without my phone, and then to call me mental. And then when Jack was crashing out about not being able to talk to me, which ain't the first guy to crash out because of me, whatever. But I was just confused. I was like, what is going on? I was still like not even coherent. But then he's like, I'm gonna leave, and then Matt's like, then go, bye. And it's like, when Nick wants to leave, bye. And it's just like, aren't you supposed to like try to get them to leave? And then today I was crying. I even told her, thank you, sorry for disappointing her. I said, in my mind, I'm like hooking up in Ralph's, I'm thinking it's not as bad as a relapse, or fighting and stuff. Like, in my head, it's not the worst thing, especially when everyone's doing it. She comes in and she's like, I feel bad. She said, will you write the 50K words and stay? I said, yes. I come in, all of a sudden, Sarah, no, that's not fair. I said, no, your face isn't fair, but ask God about that. I don't know. Like, it's just that she's like, and you want to talk about me and all the guys I'm sleeping? I said, yeah, all and one. There's a difference. Multiplication, singular. Was it like, hello, I slept with one person? Like, I didn't just sit there and play Ring Around the Rosie on every guy's lap. Like, that's like, the comparison is the thief of joy, and that's why she had to delete her little account. But literally, like, to not let me stay, but I guarantee you they'll let Allie because they want for her kid. I said, what's my kid's name, Sarah? I said, you don't know nothing about me. So, like, just, yeah, Sarah would only like me if I had a half chip in my pants. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I remember hearing you say, that you respected Madison. You've been watching her journey from a while back, and you really liked what you saw. And it sounds like when you got a chance to interact with her in real life, it seems like you're quite disappointed.
Yeah, honestly, it made me cry, and I don't cry like that. Out of everybody, Pat already knew his ego, but I also knew that, like, I just didn't care to fulfill his ego, and I didn't need him to fill mine. It was like I respected his name and like how his like what he like in his mind. In my mind, I'm thinking like he has a image that he's trying to like something bigger, like a picture in his head, and that he's creative. And he even told me, oh, with my rhymes and my raps, that if we can put it to music, and that he found my TikTok if I could help make content and ideas when I get my phone. And I said, yeah, like it was all about helping Graceland, not even myself or my account. I didn't even care. And then, so whatever that, Danielle, she's like a cool person, Blue, Zach, Jose, Ryan, but like, today, how Madison acted, especially when I came back and when she was sitting next to Sarah. And like I said, Sarah, I promise she'll never forget my name. I can just promise that. If she wants to sit there and shoot at someone who's already sitting there trying to fix their wounds, well, good. She said her mental health's bad. She's not even going to be able to spell it by the time. Like, trust me, I don't care. And Karma's going to get her. Karma, she's the epitome of karma. Like, she's already like, people don't do that unless they are so miserable and insecure. And it's like, guys don't do anything. The attention, that doesn't do anything for me. Nothing takes away my pain or whatever they're trying to do. Like, a man couldn't do it. A man could add joy to my life or something like that, but take away something, that's not, I don't look for outside things to create, like fix my inside, but I try to do inside things to bring out on the outside, like something she wouldn't even know. But like Madison, I had like, I made her cry like 6 months ago, telling her about herself. I thought she was, and that's what made me not care. I love the internet and you guys and all, like the community and stuff, but like it made me realize with these people, from Nick to Patrick to all them, that like, even you might see a bad side, but that good side, that's a mask. That's like as soon as like a people in the news reporter like going live, hi, today, and it's just like, wow. And it made me look at myself like, a lot of people might be like, why do you say things like that on the internet? But like at least I don't pretend to be something if I'm not. And for that, I do feel like I have grace. I thought it wasn't all these things because of who I am and what's been done to me and my trauma and the life I've had and who I've had to become, which isn't like a female type standard or a woman, but like who I am. I can hold my head high. I can look in the mirror and not be ashamed. I can go to bed without like having, I don't have to go and use to even be myself or like to forget who I'm pretending to be. I know everything matches for once. And that anger was me fighting for something that they don't even see. And they don't have to see it because I see it. So no matter what, they can have their blinders on. My side's like straight on the prize. And I didn't make a choice that like, cause one bad choice can lead to years of regret. But I made a choice to go towards something that was scary. Like today, I was terrified. I was crying. I even said, none of you come to my funeral if it happens. I was crying to Jose and said, you know what's out there. You know what's waiting and lingering, waiting to, I said, there's people that will want to let me use just to cope with the fact that I had to leave. Like I said, it's waiting. The same city that took my soul, I'm going back. And I was terrified. And how I feel right now, I don't fear nothing besides ever being around people like that. I don't care what they try to bring. They could bash me and turn on me because literally I bashed myself too in this process. I said I was wrong. I said I called Service Dog Boy, Sarah the bot. I don't care and I don't regret it because if you're going to pick on someone who can't even pick themselves up at the time, then I really don't care. Then you deserve what comes to you. And, you know, I did the right thing by at least today. I did not pick up and I picked up the phone and stayed busy instead of staying in my mind or reading or watching videos that don't serve my mental health or purpose. Like that means their focus is on me. Right now, my focus is on my recovery and something greater than ever that I came back. The only closure I need is knowing I deserve better from that, from my childhood to guys I've been with, Nick, everybody. I deserve better. And that's when I give myself grace. I don't need to go to Graceland to get it. I came back to the same city that took my soul to show them I still have soul. And none of them can say that.
Mm-hmm. And so what is your plan? Do you have a plan now for like tomorrow? Like here on, like, are you thinking about what you're going to do now? Like when you...
I'm going to definitely call my sponsor, but, there is one girl. I don't think I want to go to Agora Hills because all the AA meetings, but hey, that would be a power move. Have to see me at an AA meeting. Don't get me started. I'm petty.
I love that. I would. I
really actually, I think that I'm definitely going to, because I know which meetings they go to. So I'm like, you know what? Actually, to walk in sober, like everyone can grab my chip. I'm like, huh. And then that'll bother the chip on their shoulders. But there is a lady, because that's messed up. Madison's like telling me to move, and she's like, go out there for the Uber. I said, no. I said, who are you? I said, not my director. Go direct your. I just can't. Like I said, that was like Madison. Her boyfriend's cool, like, but she forgot where she came from, like bad in a horrible way. But what was it? The Uber driver, because I was on crying, and I even said to Jose, I said, the chances of me losing my life or using is like insane that they don't care. I said, I thought I was going to write words, and you're quick to kick me out into the streets that you know what's out there. I said, it's a doggy dog world, so I'm either going to be hurt or have to hurt to not be hurt. And I said, you don't get it. And you could tell, like, Jose, like, he knew. Like, it's messed up that, like, I could see it in their eyes, the difference of, like, how they're glaring at me, like, I'm sorry, did I do... Like, oh, even when Allie says something, and she's like, just, like, she said something to Madison, like, I guess a client said something, like, she slept with Madison's boyfriend, and I checked her. I thought it was her, and I said, oh, hell no, like, my first thought. But, like, I had Madison's back. Therapy, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that's actually Mariah in the comments there. That's actually Mariah there. Mariah Foe.
I'm telling you, it was Mariah.
That's what I meant. He showed me the Cash App, and he said it was like $700 something. He's like, that's how much he sent me, and his was 11,000. And then he wrote me in a text, and like showing me on the text phone, because that's how he started doing in the friggin' the van. And then, like, he would hold my hand, kiss, all this stuff. And he would be like, I will love you. I want to be with you. I want to marry you. I want to take care of you. I want to do this. I want to blow up TikTok. I think we'd, like, with all this stuff. And I remember being like, I was like, hold the fuck up. I was like, and even today, when he was trying to leave, because I was going to leave, he's like, we can just go online. I said, why do you keep bringing it up online? I said, that's the last thing I care about right now. I said, that leaving with him and going online, I said, yeah, might as well just put a tray of everything I'm going to use and a crash out like kit. Because there's like that. I said, why are you worried about online before your peace inside? I said, and that's why I didn't care. That's why I left without him. And I said, I don't care. But literally, if Mariah, if I can't, I'm horrible at talking and reading. But if she wants to read reach out to me and I'll be there for her because I get it. But I'm telling you, he's trying to play everyone, but he's playing himself. He cares more about being a hero online than ever saving himself enough to where I even tried to
never
tell
be a
him.
hero online.
Like when he
There's
gets on
no
it,
risk of that.
I even told him, I said, stop talking about Siri. Then we go to the AA meetings, and it's like, he wants to, I said, it was so like, I was sitting there like, oh no, like I already knew, I was like, this can be a problem because I don't want to be, I don't care if, like, I'm going there for other things, but it's just like that TikTok thing. I said, that TikTok is like, you can't even focus on your words because you're focused on the world outside that came running in from. I said, stop. I said, I used to tell him, stop thinking and just do. And I would try to rewire him because I've seen, like, I used to say, like, you're people pleasing to the point where I said the point of trauma response and people pleasing is it keeps your peace. I said somehow it's disrupting it, which there's a problem. And I said, if you really did not want to speak to Mariah, I said, you just wouldn't. I said, trust me, I have exes and there's no way. And literally, like, and then he gets on live and he's like, hi guys. And I said, stop. I said, why are you putting on this act? I said, because that's what's making you crash out is that when that mask comes off, you don't know what to do and you're worried about people seeing. I said, who cares? And I said, if you want to be with Mariah, be with her. I said, but like, I said, I said, if you cared about her, you'd want to be your best version. And I'm telling you right now, I even told him, I said, if you're with her or even giving her the inclination that there's a hope, I said, I won't even entertain you. I said, talk to your ex. I'll be on to my next. I don't care. But he was making it seem like, no, I cut that off. I love you. And it's just like, and me, I'm like, I just like, I know I'm dumb, but I didn't also fall for it. It felt nice, but I also didn't rely on it because I know that he was like full of crap and that the chances of him actually keep doing it, like I said, especially with the Pat and the TikTok thing, I said, you're about to realize that no matter what, you could stay sober a year and they're going to even dog you harder because they notice a change. Sometimes you don't even see it and the world does. And I said, you know what? I said, play me and her. And I said, I promise you, you think you're a crash out?'re going to need Pat's arm around you. Watch. We'll go live I'll go live with her tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm there for you and Mariah to go live and do a fuck Nick Harris.
That'd be
I swear to
fun.
God, we can do that right now. Watch,
I'm fucking there for it. Anthony, you missed so much, Anthony.
Oh, Anthony, you missed the whole thing.
Oh, wait, is Anthony in here?
Yeah,
Anthony just came in.
Anthony!
Britt's up here, Anthony.
Well, the recovery community outside the house, if they are LGBTQ2, well, whatever that thing is, I'm confused right now. I'm dyslexic. But they all love him. But then he goes out of the house and all he talks about is, I haven't talked to his ex-girlfriend. I blocked her. I had to get my phone. I had to write 50K words. Oh, I love the words. And I'm just sitting there like, what in the... I was like, holy...
The only thing toxic about Nick's ex-girlfriend is Nick himself. That's the only thing fucking toxic about Nick's ex-girlfriend. Nick he's never going to change.
Oh, no. That's what I mean. I told him, I said, you are deflecting us so bad that, like, I said, what do you want? People to, like, give you little stickers or pat to rub you and go, oh, I love you, because, you know, they're like their egos, like they love it because it's like another version of themselves. So it's okay to be themselves because they have followers. I said, you have followers because people love to watch crashes. Like, hello. I said, you're not going to...
Wait till them and Pat turn on each other. Wait till they fuck.
Well, again, guarantee you that'll be the day where their egos clash and it's going to be like a volcano.
Well, it won't be far away either. It's so close.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what I mean. Like, the fact that if he put me through this in less than a month, I can only imagine what Mariah's going through. And for her to be out there and still, like, it's just like, oh, okay, you want sugar daddies? The only thing you're going to have at the end of the day is sugar. Yeah, dummy.
Right? Mariah's like, fuck this motherfucker. I mean, I'm there for you guys.
He doesn't even need to crash out. Me and Mariah, she could put the clutch off, gas it, and then he could say, go. Bye. Come on.
With no women in the house, and if Mariah's not speaking to him, and now you're not
going to crash.
I'm telling you, he won't be able to walk down the stairs. He's going to go tumbling like a roly-poly, like, and then Pat will be there. It's okay, buddy. You don't need women, because if they loved you, like I love you, pal. Like, oh, God. How corny. But no,
We're there for him.
hello, yeah, Memphis, hello, like Nick, hello, like,
He has his toy. Yes, at least he still has his toy to cuddle with.
and she's letting him send Amazon that says Daddy Nicholas. I'm not stupid. I am a woman. I know everything. I see everything. I used to have to watch my ex like a hawk because if he even sneezed, it was suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
So watch, okay? Don't worry. Since he can have Pat as his little enabler, and me and Mariah will take over TikTok, and he'll have to sit there and freaking beg for likes. Because he's talking about, oh, I got views this and I got views this. Like, yeah, but it also everyone sees.
Oh, hey, Tater Tot.
Nick's
I know.
views are 98% of Nick's views are only because people
watching.
want to see him crash out because he's just insane.
And I even tried to tell him that. I said, you could turn it around and make your views to be like, wow, the difference. I said, that's what recovery is, to be like, holy crap, you were like this and look at this. Like, even now, between people knowing me back then and in a bad relationship to who I am today, you don't got to say it. You don't got to go and put, hi, yeah, I'm a good boy. Like, that is the most fraudulent. That's like, you don't have to say it if you live it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And for real, like, yes, okay, relationships both can be bad, but he's never taking accountability for anything with Mariah, and he's not even taking accountability for both of us. He's like, I gotta put me first. Haven't you been doing that, pal? You dummy.
Nick, the only person that Nick's ever put first in his life is himself. Like, he doesn't have the capability.
So good.
of
I hope
people
his
like
birthday
this.
is magical, Lucky Charms, and I hope all the.
Oh, I have a
I bought him-
feeling it'll be magical, all right.
He'll be on the algorithm watch. Or they'll give him special treatment, which will make everyone else in the house hate him. And then the next day they'll slam him, and then he'll literally. But that's what I mean. Like, as a woman, trust me, I've done a lot of crazy shit, especially for love. But I also see Nick in the house, and there is no way. And if that's sober, I don't even want to imagine, dude. Because he literally crashes out just for waking up. Like, oh my God.
Does he crash out a lot in the house? Like when he?
Yes, that's what gets me to crash out. It's all this tense. He walks down. Fuck this. Give me my phone. Nope, I'm not doing these words. Fuck these words. And it's just like, literally, call Jose. And I'm just like, and then fucking Allie's crashing out because the key. And I'm just like, then Sarah walks in, Brittany, and I'm just sitting there like, and then I just want to fight. I'm like, you know what? You guys get on my nerves. And yesterday, Allie and Nick both told me, look, and he's even showing me his handwriting, like, look how much we had in common. That's why I posted that TikTok, the made for me the twin, because he was literally saying we would get married and post that, and how it'd be funny on TikTok to graduate and tell the graduates if he played the zesty role that I literally like wasn't with guys, because he was getting mad. He's like, you better know that you're taken and I'm your man, and that you better not be talking to nobody, and it worries me, and I worry about the guy, all this stuff. And so then fucking he was like, wouldn't it be funny to act like we're best friends? And then right when we leave the program, be like, haha, we're together. And that TikTok was because my comment section had the 300 things were like, Nick's going to try to get at this one. And they're like, haha. And he thought it was all like TikTok.
Oh, we
Twitter,
saw it. But we
yeah.
saw it straight away. Like, everyone called it when you went in the house. And then we saw you guys wearing the same jumper.
That's what I said. I even
Everyone called it.
That's how smart, and he isn't. I was like, okay, bet if you're not talking to her, I said, people know my TikTok, okay, and I gave him the shit. I said, so when you're wearing my shit, you're telling on yourself, you dunno. They're dumb. And he kept trying to tell me to leave every day. See, you know what, Nick Harris, you messed with the wrong ones.
And then Pat puts him on here, and Nick's like, you guys, W for Graceland, and it's so great here, and fucking Pat's the man. But we all know behind the scenes that Nick is still fucking Nick, and he hates it there just as much as everybody else.
He's asked me to leave every single day. Today he wrote, when I was sitting there about to crash out because everyone's just annoying, and then he's literally, and then the service dog boy, and it was just all this weird shit, and I was like, I'm not writing 5K for calling him a PUSSY, because he is one. I said, I'll say it every day. And then literally he's like, my birthday's on Wednesday. Can you wait till Wednesday? I can get a hotel. And then he went out there today when I was telling Jose, I can't do this. I said, this is crazy. I said, this has put me in the brink of dysfunction. I said, and literally, Nick's like, are you going to be safe? Jose, I think as a friend, I need to go with her because I don't want her to be alone out there. Then he promised me, hey, if I go to work and on Wednesday is my birthday, that I have Wednesday to Sunday off, that we would leave Sunday and go get a hotel, and that all he had to do is hit up people on Twitter. He showed me all these people. He said, look, all this is money. All this is money. He said his PayPal, that it's something locked, that he has to get a new one, that someone hacked it, that he can't use Cash App and all this stuff. And then I spent like $100 on it.
Ain't no one sending in money. That's the thing. Ain't no one. He couldn't fucking give away his videos.
That's what. See, it even said right here. Nick was calling a content creator friend of mine daily until Britt arrived. Oh, hell no. If he wants to play the game, then he better get ready.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, no, he probably quit because he's terrified to get doxxed, and I didn't even do that. So that's on Madison. Good job. Because I didn't even say nothing. But I was going to pull up. I said, you think you're funny? I was about to record or go live and be like, what's up, Nick Harris? You think you want to, with your texting telling me, wait, I'm coming, and then I leave to the hotel, and then you fucking don't show up? I said, oh, wrong one. I said, and he's like, you're going to dox me? I said, you're going to make me homeless, you bum? I said, I said, y'all are in my county. Get ready. I said, LA County. I said, you guys don't even... You might be in Agora Hills and make you think. I said, you are crazy. I said, that's messed up. I said, if I wasn't good right now, I could have lost my life already for someone that would probably go like beat off to the next TikToker. F him. Oh yeah, I said, tell him when the power went off, because when the power came off, I was out there talking to a guy, which he got upset thinking I was doing something with him. And he was like, I didn't even have my phone. I wasn't talking to Mariah. I was sleeping because I needed sleep, blah, blah, blah. Then we were kissing in the garage, and then we went behind the wall, which he did stuff to me, and then we went back in because he was fucking too scared.
Fucking shit. Graceland's just like a fucking...
There you have it.
Man, people are getting more skin at Graceland than we are, chat. Holy fuck.
Well, we don't have time to get skin because we're always fucking covered in Graceland.
I'm not kidding. And that's when Allie and Keaton went and banged it out. He was like, I gotta go take out aggression. Allie's like waking up the next day like, my throat and cooch hurt. And I'm like, what the fuck?
And there you have it.
And people trying to get pregnant and everything at Graceland. Like the last thing that's going on is...
I was like, what she was saying to me, I was like, look, I said, I didn't even know if I wanted to be with him. I said, I was like, sometimes you gotta put people through tests to see if that's somebody you want to go through life tested with, And but literally, what was it? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but she, like I said, like when he said have kids, I was like, maybe stop acting like a kid and we can discuss that. But the fact that you would say my ex didn't have kids, I want to have kids with you to trap you. That trap, I said, oh, that just, you should have not said the trap word.